Alright, gang, I'm gonna see if we can do this again, because I've let like 2 hours pass or so, and I think the weather's wow, alright, Mike Arm, you do your thing. And I think the weather is a little bit less terrible, which is weird because, like, it's supposed to start thunderstorming kind of soon, but whatever. We'll see how we do. We're done with this world, so we can go back to Midnight Mountain, and we can clean up the, like, 4 levels, I think it is, and the extra thing. And hey, yeah, one of the ones we haven't done yet is just, right, well, we've really only done a couple of things here, and they're basically unlocking the monkey and the shmup and the speedway, but yeah. Hey, you.
Spyro, don't tell anyone, but we were stolen some magic from the sorceress. We're hiding here whilst we practice using it. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of an accident and turned everything into crystal, and it seems to have aggravated the indigenous creatures.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not going to be terribly happy about the changes to their environment, buddy. That much is absolutely true. That guy's nice and far away. We're gonna need... We're gonna need an orb or something to deal with that. An orb, I mean like a rock, really, but they're always so round and spherical that every once in a while I just think, oh yeah, an orb. Clearly, right? It makes total sense, doesn't it? What do you mean, no? Oh. I'm assuming we got that one before, actually. Before I dived off the cliff like an idiot. Which, yeah, as usual, basic platforming and navigation, my arch nemesis in a game like this. I have no idea why I thought that was a bad guy. I think it's just the different color. For some reason, my brain was like, oh yeah, all the NPCs look the same in each level. That's not true. I somehow forgot that in the past 2 hours, despite remembering it between the 2-day break. Somehow, I'm not very smart.
Magic trick? Watch carefully. As you can see, there is nothing up my left sleeve and nothing up my right. But now, with a wave of my hands and the magic word, Alakazam!
I don't know, I think Kadabra's design is better, but maybe I'm just thinking that because, you know, they weren't allowed to print them on cards for a million years because of Uri Geller being a bit weird about the whole thing. Oh, I can't stand on those despite them being cubes? I don't know, that made me think, hey, that's standable ground. Anyway, just a second. Let me go annoy someone on Discord real quick. Let me stack all my things real quick. There we go. That's better. All right, so we gotta go all the way back, and we can't just platform across the funny-looking trees. Fine. Fine, game. All right, show me the big honking platforms.
Just misdirection, you know? Which is why I'm going to start that whirlwind over there.
Abracadabra. Well, that's quite the long reach on that fellow, so, Sparks. Sparks can only do one thing at a time. I'm not surprised, but I mean, I would have thought it would be nice if he would just, like, sideways crash into the... break the jar as he's, you know, going through it. Just from the clipping, but... No, they have to be, like, hard-programmed target goal things. Oh, is he only a temporary? Yeah, his whirlwind is a temporary thing. Okay. Gotcha, that's slightly irritating. Thank you. It seems like the weather's a little better now, which I said at the top of the thing, but that's okay, because you weren't there. Hopefully that is actually a thing that stays, you know, bears true, bears repeating. Yes, we all do love a good set of bears who repeat. Wait. Oh, speaking of Chen's repeating, oh my god. Why are you like... Oh, right, I know why you're like this. Never mind, I shouldn't even bother asking... You know, play stupid questions, win stupid prize. Ooh, I screwed it up. Okay. Play stupid questions, win stupid answers. There we go. That'll do. Alright, what's this guy got to say?
I could show you my new trick. As long...
Ah, yes, the gemstone platforms. They, like, I was gonna say, they crash into the water and just dissipate. Well, they are on a timer, so that's irritating. I would like a rock to be able to throw at that flyer over there. This is a very specific jump that's like right in a blind spot for me, I guess. Or maybe the timing on it is just real funny because of many reasons.
Here, you can have this. I was going to use it in a trick, but my magic, it just keeps bouncing off.
That's a dragon egg, buddy. You probably shouldn't be, like, using magic on that. It'll do something weird. I don't know what, but it will. Or are the gem platforms staying now? That way I'm allowed to go back and get the one treasure that I missed because I was like, well, I better do the platforming. And now I still can't do the platforming. Alright, so let's see how much of the level there is to, like, do past this, because I've definitely missed a bunch. Yeah, there's a ton of treasure and everything to... We got this slide here. Somebody's been playing Super Mario 64. Somebody's been playing Donkey Kong 64. Actually, with how tricky this is looking, I'm definitely thinking the DK64 one. Well, the infamous one from DK64, which... There's two from DK64 that are pretty infamous, but I'm thinking of the one from Angry Aztec, which is much worse. The one with that damn beetle. You might be asking if I'm ever going to play Donkey Kong 64 on this channel for real, as opposed to the one time I looked at the randomizer when I discovered that, like, a couple years ago. And the answer is... maybe. I mean, certainly not under this username, that's for sure. But... would I ever play it, period? Oh, good lord, that's tough. Can I, like, slow down some, please? Or am I just gonna have to really be on the outer edge for that in the first place? I played Mole Mania, I just didn't finish it. Which I keep saying every time just to bother you. This is the worst turn anybody's ever put in anything. Sheesh. And I am counting that one time where I was playing a game of Magic with this one guy who was like being a real stick up his ass judge kind of guy, because he was a judge, but he really did just play out like every single trigger of drawing his deck and winning with the at the time one card that was, if you draw your deck you win. Because hey, instead of making the thing that kills you right, the one rule of every single card game basically is don't run out of options. Oh jeez, we survived. Oh boy. Well, if we can just finish the rest of this, that'll be great. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh boy. I hate this a lot. I hate this a lot. But we're done apparently, so okay, good. There was a dragon egg at the end. I was prepared to be confused and upset. Yeah, that's what happens when I sneeze too, kiddo. Whack-a-mole. Speaking of Mole Mania, I just gotta actually find out where that is, huh? Back at... yeah, okay, we're back here. Just making sure. Shame, I was hoping that would be that easy. Well, you see, deep down, none of us enjoy moles or something. Well, next time I stream Worms Armageddon, we're going all mole bombs all the time. I bet the AI is going to be like, I don't know how to use these.
Good evening, Spyro. The amazing Rendini is about to put on a display of prestidigitation. I've heard
James Randini? Oh,
so
sorry.
I'm going to watch the show.
There's a doggo in the background who's barking at the television. There's probably some animal on TV. Over the side of things where someone else is watching TV. Anyway, I'm assuming that the mole whacking is going to involve this guy, because it would, right?
The magic show seems to have overexcited them all. All they need is a good bonker on the head to calm them down. And you look like just the Yeti to have. A light tap on the head should sort them out. But be careful, my friend.
Ah, I see. They're gnomes, apparently. Here's my question. How much of the... Like, how deep in the ground are they allowed to be when I bonk them? Is there an AoE on this thing? The answer is probably no. And also, the field is slowly getting flooded with nerds.
A light tap.
This is going to be a little rough because, well, we move slowly. Also, the other thing is that our damage box for our thing is in a slightly awkward spot of being slightly ahead. Also, God, it really just cuts straight to you failing and getting a message that suggests you didn't do it in time, as opposed to you hurt one of the guys. That's pretty bad. Hey guys, Universal Interactive is like really breathing down our necks to finish this game. And we don't have enough time to finish all the messages that we have for this really toxic as fuck minigame. Sorry. The video game industry has never changed. And like 60 seconds is really just not enough time for this, especially early on. You waste so much time just getting into position. Really? Okay. At least we reset after only one, but still. This is brutal. Like, I assume technically you probably move like 1 sub-pixel per second faster if you're not doing the club bashing. But with a hit zone like this, you kind of want to be doing things this way in order to give yourself the best chance possible. Which also gives you the best chance of ripping Urn because of all the goofuses who are now in the area. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna be a little bit controversial here and say that I think this might actually be worse than the Bentley boxing. Because, okay, yes, the boxing... Dog, please. The boxing was hard. The boxing was very hard, but you could tell that it was, like, designed that way. Meanwhile, this is just like, hey, we didn't have time to play test this kind of levels. Well, then she can control the fucking game and get her ass in here, you know? Seriously? It took me that long to actually hit. Meanwhile, if it was the guy, I would have got him, like, at 58 seconds. Also, I was stuck there because I was stuck on one of the moles, and I just could not see that that's what it was. That's pretty A+. That's the sort of thing that I expect out of something like this, really. Actually, it's more like what I would expect out of this if it was on the PS1. If we were playing the original version of this, I would be like, yeah, that's exactly it. God. Really? I hit that guy? Okay. And we hit a guy who, like, literally just was spawning in. Classy. And there we go again. If there's anyone in here who's, like, familiar with the PS1 version of this game, do they know if this was as much of a pain in the ass in that version, or if it's been changed in the Reignited Trilogy and, like, I don't know, maybe sucks more because of different physics or something? Because otherwise, this is just feeling like, well, not great. I really do just kind of want to know how you, like, explain this to somebody higher up in the project and have them go, yeah, that's a great idea. Can I have like a zoom out instead of a zoom in, please? When I click the right stick game. Or just on any button command. It seems like it would be quite helpful in a case like this. That was just bad on my part, but also... You know, do I really want to ding myself... Do I get to, like, avoid dinging myself for bad play for things that are just not well designed? Because I think there is certainly a point where you just have to be like, well, maybe if this wasn't like this. You know, maybe if the devs went, you know what, maybe it's fine if the kids only rent the game once. What we'll do is we'll have a better game, so we'll make more kids want to rent it that one time, as opposed to getting only the small number of devotees. And if you want to, like, tell me that oh yeah, the thing to extend it for multiple rentals is silly, there actually have been devs who have said that in particular. Like the guy who, one of the main guys who created Echo the Dolphin, said that they made the game harder on purpose so that way it wouldn't get cleared in a single weekend rental. Of course, the guy also ended up being a crypto NFT guy, so like, you know, that tells you about the sort of level that kind of thinking puts you on in terms of being well, in terms of being somebody who doesn't think. I mean, I think in 2024 I'm allowed to say that about NFT people, that they don't have brains. All right, where's the last one? Holy shit, we got pure luck there. We got very lucky there. That, oh yeah, oh boy, I don't even feel like looking at the animation. I'm sorry. Catch the Flying Thief. Ooh, that sounds like an adventure, all right. I would have been very upset, but also that would also be exactly how this sort of thing would go, to be fair. What an absolutely terrible idea. What kind of person do you have to be like, yes, that's what this game for children needs? Well, this video game, period. It's not even just the for children part. In fact, realistically, I don't think that enters into it at all. It's just the fact that it's bad in general. Right, so here's the problem is how fast is this guy actually going? Does he not benefit from the star hoops? Actually, that was quite easy. I think that's an entirely fair assessment regarding the Spyro games. Because the original Spyro was quite good. I would say that the first Spyro the Dragon game was probably the best in the franchise, which I've got a feeling is an opinion that's like a lot of people are going to think that's kind of sacrilegious, but I don't care what they think about that sort of thing, so you know. You guys can go ahead and be wrong about the fact that I'm actually right about this. But yes, the other character sections do really suck in this game. Most of them control pretty rough. Like, I would think that Bentley would be okay if they just didn't give him all the worst stuff in the game, though. Agent 9 controls okay. Everybody else, however, wow. And I don't dislike the flight levels either, but again, they were basically just at their best when they were, well, doing what they were doing in Spyro 1. Which was just do the collection. And not the, hey, race around this entire track and get horribly lost. Every time I say like horrible and terrible or variants thereof, I think about this old post, which doesn't do that. I think about this old post where it's like a picture of a Google search and it says, my computer just made a terrible crunching noise or something. And it's auto-suggesting my computer made a horrible crunching noise. Thanks a fucking lot, Google. And I've had it do similar things to me in terms of like auto suggestions for when I script things, because I write like all my scripts in Google Docs so that way I can have them in an easily portable format. Which, yes, I know Google sucks. Find something better a better way to do it. Just put it all on flash drives or something. And I don't necessarily disagree with that sentiment either. I just am lazy. Okay, so this way is just going to take us to this thing that I still don't know how the devil I'm supposed to open. Yeah, it's really just like, hey, do that, or again, literally just store all of your scripts on flash drives that you're going to lose because you're me. That seems like a lot of work. Oh, I'm not paying for Micropenis 365. Are you kidding me? Office? Ew, disgusting.
Spyro, don't tell anyone.
Well, I forget if that's actually, like, tied up in Office at this point, but... I'm pretty sure that the 365 thing is what they did to Microsoft Office instead of making it a one-time purchase. You know, again, basically doing, you know, they were kind of doing what a lot of other companies are doing nowadays, where it's, okay, we know that a lot of people use our software, so what we can do is we can force people to pay a, you know, subscription per unit of time in order to bilk them for updates that eventually will become necessary for their software once we do stuff like introduce the DOCX format. You know, it's what Adobe does now. Where Adobe, you know, that they know that their shit is industry standard, so they charge people an arm and a leg for it. And I think there's a particular evil in stealing from students, but, you know, that's a whole other thing. Right, yeah, exactly. That's kind of, you know, that they want their money, and that's the only way they can think of to force people to repurchase something like Microsoft Office. Which any sane person is not going to rebuy, because realistically, the last time I thought anything about Office updates, the only changes between the version of Office that was available at my uni and the version that I was using at home was that it used Calibri as its default font, and that it by default saved to .docx. And, like, .pptx and shit like that. Which is the same format, but with an X on the end, basically. Yeah, I 100% do remember that regarding Clip Studio Paint. Well, you know what? Now you gotta enjoy using things that don't make any sense. Enjoy your Krita, you fucking rube. That's incredibly mean, because... Well, I mean, obviously I have, like, utmost respect for artists. So for me to be like, you fucking rube, I hope we understand that that's the joke, right? But also because I believe I heard from you that Krita was, like, really confusing. Or otherwise, like, just kind of didn't work for you. Right, right. Unfortunately, I'm too dumb to necessarily remember the distinction. Anyway, that's a key box in that location, isn't it? And don't walk into the return home portal. I just want to make sure there's nothing behind it. Well, I mean, close enough. That's a form of, like, hey, it doesn't work for... User experience, not good, basically. Yeah. I guess at least Photoshop users still have access to the GIMP, right? Actually, I seem to recall trying to use GIMP for some things a long time ago and being like, I am very confused by your bizarrely different nomenclature and where everything is set up. It was probably for, like, journal icons or something, by the way. So it was something real simple that I probably could have done on a much simpler program. But I'm not very smart. Well, again, it's a good thing that you have the one-time use download. I'm surprised they didn't break that somehow. But also, I suppose that I'm surprised that, like, all the other of those kind of programs haven't been broken somehow for, like, the one-shot downloads. I mean, I assume that a couple of them don't, like... like the Microsoft shit, I assume that you basically can't use those unless you're on a really old version of Windows. In which case, if you do that, Bill Gates is going to call the death squads and come get you. Jeez, I'm still on 10. I better watch the fuck out. Actually, it's funny because, like, every time it gives me the harassment where about Windows 11, it then is like, by the way, you can't actually use this on your computer. And it's because of something real stupid. I don't even remember what the reasoning is for that. But it's very funny that it's like, hey, yeah, do you want to upgrade your operating system to one that you actually can't use? I'm sorry. Unfortunately, yeah, 10 is like a lesser version of 7. I'd rather use it than Windows 8, but that ain't saying a whole lot. Yeah, it's something to that effect. Of like, hey, yeah, that's a nice hard disk drive you got there, and I do get it that, like, yes, a solid state drive would be better, but I have a lot of HDDs from various sources that may or may not have involved extreme heat at various times in their history. And what I don't have is a whole lot of SSDs, other than the ones that are already connected to my computer. Nor do I currently have the funding to just, you know, grab more of those at the drop of a hat. However, like, yes, my Windows 10 installation is sitting on a 2.5-inch SSD. Like, it's not on an M2. I do have an M2 hooked up in my computer, but I actually just use that for storage. But clearly I need to consider moving my, you know, clearly I got to consider moving all my shit around across all my hard drives at some point. That and, like, I don't think I can even plug in more M2s into my computer outside of, like, enclosures if I wanted to. I'm pretty sure that when I got my Mobo, it was from a point where M2s were still a new and bizarre enough thing that it only has the one port for an M2. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I do. Also, it would be really goddamn annoying to do it, that's all. If anything else, right? If nothing else. Shut up. I don't know how words work. Anyway. Yeah, I have no idea how I didn't remember that. I don't think it was a voice thing. It might have been a Steam chat, which is like weird that for some reason Steam doesn't seem to save logs, unless it does and there's somewhere where I don't remember. Anywho, let's move on to this next level here before we think too much about the soggy gross man. Another 700 treasure level. Are like all of them in this world 700 treasure? That's a lot of fucking treasure. Hey, golf clubsman.
I've heard a lot of people talking
Gus.
about all the things you've done for them. Do you think you could help find my girlfriend Tara? She went off to raid the tomb of the stone golem, but I haven't seen her since. I'd go look inside the tomb myself, but, you know, there's all these scorpions.
There are some pretty big scorpions, and they appear to be like robots, basically. Oh yeah, that's deadly acid. I didn't even notice the. Oh god. Okay. Cool. That's that drops immediately. That's fucked. At least give me a second to learn the lay of the land. I didn't even notice that was acid. I just thought it was gross green water. And yeah, his girlfriend ran off with the golem. I'm sorry, Golf Mouseman. Your girlfriend's a robot fucker. His girlfriend is absolutely like a huge fan of Alexander. Okay, good. That thing can actually be killed. I was gonna get real upset if I couldn't. Is the issue? Well, right now there isn't actually. I thought I was gonna take another hit from that, by the way. It looks like it lasts so long. But also, hey, look at all this dangerous-ass platforming and also the acid that they... Oh god, why is that... Why are these platforms like this? It's bobbing up and down, dude. Why you gotta do that? It makes me think it's gonna, like, be just part of a regular timing puzzle. Oh good, we have a Sheila section. Cool. Anyways, something about those fire platforms really really puts me off a little bit. They just don't look great. Hey, free life. Nice. I could probably use that because the way I'm playing, I'm probably going to end up game overing myself at some point. Proceeds to not change anything about their playstyle.
Hi, Spyro. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm just off for a bit of a walkabout right now. You know, sometimes you just long for the simple, old-fashioned pleasures of yesteryear, don't you?
Good night, mate. We're going to Cashy's. We got a side-scrolling section. Well, I mean, I guess that's simple old-fashioned pleasures of yesteryear for you. Remember when video games were in 2 dimensions? And the story says that during the PS1 days, Sony of America was like, we can't do sprite-based games anymore. And that almost fucked Legend of Mana over, which would have been really unfortunate because I swear that game is really good. I don't know why I put it that way, but Legend of Mana is indeed one of those games that, well, I mean, I don't want to say it's as forgotten as all that, because it does have that remaster. Oh, you're playing dirty fucking pool game. I don't think that's acceptable. Why you gotta do that to me? Also, yeah, we're getting all the little fat baby dragons in this world. The person who specifically thought they were cute is not here for that today, so rip nerd. That went so badly. And at least they could do with that fall is let me just die instantly. And of course, it sinks as soon as I touch it, even when it's rising back to height. I feel like I've got to land on that at the right place, basically, the first time around. Because your forward momentum goes all to shit when you do the big jump. Actually, basically after you do a double jump period, it's just like, hey, yeah, you want to, like, have a really bad time getting anywhere? Oh, nice baseball cap. Anyway, yeah, Legend of Mana is a really good game. It deserves to be at least as well remembered as Xenogears is. We'll say that. And I'm sure that there's going to be some people in the audience who are going to be like, oh, come on. We all remember, you know, we remember that game as well as Xenogears, and a bunch of other people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, loser? The latter half being people who are all huge Xenoblade fans who nonetheless do not know any of the previous Xeno games. To be fair, I kind of feel like I get a different vibe from the Xenoblade series, from what little of it that I know. It never really hooked me compared to Xenogears and Xenosaga. Meanwhile, of course, the fucking depressive philosophy major, would know about Xenogears and Xenosaga, and at the very least be like, yeah, I kinda dig this on some level. That level can still being the kind where it's like, I haven't played them, but you know. Oh yeah, we still got a bunch more of the actual level to do. I forgot about that already, you guys. Because that weird side-scrolling platformer section, I was just like, we finished the main level, right? This is just a thing that we do afterwards. And no, I'm dumb. That's not related. Okay, yeah, there is a thing up there. So how am I supposed to... I guess we want to be on the outside arches, huh? We'll just deal with Mr. Burns over there. I'm just assuming that it's called Mr. Burns because, well, I feel like that's what I would do with the name of the enemy. Okay, we gotta approach that from a completely different location then. Oh, is it this? You are a lot taller than the other guy. I'm assuming this is the golf rat's girlfriend. Right?
Well, look at you.
Yeah.
Showing up here to raid the tomb after I've done all the hard work. I've spent all day pressing switches and shoving boxes around.
Oh, I
You
get it.
just
She's named
walked in
Tara
here
and
expecting
she's...
to claim the
it's a Lara
treasure.
Croft joke.
You might as well have it. It's only a lousy egg anyway.
Man, oh man. Don't fucking burn all of your abilities on this one game, jeez. You guys still have the rest of the Ratchet and Clank series to make. Including that one with the announcer whose whole bit is that he's a sex pest. What are we missing here? Shark shooting. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's a Blue Oyster Cult reference, referring to the song "Shooting Shark" off of their 1983 album. This is a joke. It's a pun on the phrase "sharpshooting." I'm intentionally being a nerd, as opposed to all the other times when I'm just being a nerd by accident. Anyway, this is a tight looking jump, so getting that treasure box over there is going to be Hey, Spyro, do you want to climb the... Thank you. Why did you not want to climb on that one spot, dude? Was it too covered in your sweat that you couldn't get a good grip anymore? From the time that you fell off before? Shit. I better actually be able to make this jump. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure out something else, and I don't like that. Good work, Spyro. Oh, we have a key, so that's nice. Okay, so that's not going to give us a... Okay, well, it is going to give us access to this thing. I didn't know this was actually just a different part of the level. Alright, well. What do you got for us, Hunter?
I've been training my new pet Manta Ray to carry the latest technology. Super high impact underwater missile launchers. Wanna ride them and try blasting some sharks? Just watch out for the Shark Riders. They're carrying the latest JX-5 underwater tracking ammunition.
Alright, so how does this compare to the other Manta thing? Okay, yeah, so it's just circle to fire our missiles. That's significantly simpler than I thought it would be. That Rhinoc icon in the corner looks real goofy, by the way. Aw.
Ready to try? Right?
Well, I guess they actually do shoot, so... It's hard to see from where sometimes. And it would be nice if, like, if Sparks would protect me a little better, but... Also, I do find it very interesting that this game has such a variety of, like, different shooting sections that all control a little bit differently, and yet all of them are, like, just slightly jank in very different ways, even when they're at their most similar. It's kind of impressive, in a way. Look at the two of them that were stuck on each other. Got no radar, no targeting whatsoever. Just gotta shoot in a straight line and hope you hit. And with the type of accuracy and the speed that these shots move at, it's like it's encouraging you to get close, which means it's much easier for you to get your lunch eaten by these things. Oh, boo. Wow, I completely missed the one that I was head on with at the start. That's... That's okay, but
Right on.
if I could get a reset and get that freebie, that would be great. Sheesh. Dodging these is not at all simple. Just to put that out there that, like, yeah, this is how well I turn. I'm not, like, just playing badly. That's as good as they are willing to give me. And this is why people in the 90s and 2000s dread flying and swimming levels. Because you get stuff like this. I'm just talking about the controls on this thing, not anything else. Well, to be fair, many of them still control really badly. It's just that this era was even worse. And of course, if you're playing something that's using controls from that period, well... Then, of course, in certain other games, if you're underwater, you also have to worry about etc. Personally, I feel like every Sonic game on consoles that could do better audio than, like, the Sega Genesis, they should have just used recordings of the Genesis era drowning music. Well, that's just, like, my opinion, man. But, anyway. Alright, so we got all the eggs. I think we still need a little bit of treasure in here. It sort of looked like we did. On the other hand, he is just pointing me back to the exit, but that just means I gotta search a little better. Go, A, where the hell do I take this key? No, it's starting to look like I got everything. So we're gonna go back. And if we don't have everything, well, we'll go back there, I guess. He's pointing me down the hole. No, he's not. Sparks! You gotta be confusing me like this. Come on. What have I done to you this week? Okay, yeah, he's pointing at that thing up there, which is not where we take the key. I mean, yeah, we have been playing this game all week, so there's a lot that could go on that list. Let's see if we can take the long way around and possibly get to a better vantage point to do this from. The answer is going to be no, we can't. But listen, I think that I think that this is a good reason for me to try to do it. Yeah, it's really not looking like we can get there anyway, except for getting onto that hand. And let me tell you, that jump is just disgusting. I seriously, I don't know, like, a closer way to get here. Is this our best bet, is to go on this particular magical pixel? The answer appears to be no. And anywhere that's higher is farther away, and in fact, all the way behind the fingers, so... Oh, that sounded less appropriate than I meant it to, but listen. It's not my fault this time. I swear. Which, I think you all know that, but... This doesn't feel like it can be right, but I don't feel like there's any other possibility here. I don't get it. There's no way on top of that rock formation. We've completed the circle on this level, so we would have seen if there was. I really want to take another look around the other side there. Well, at least we got an extra life out of this endeavor, so... Hooray! Because we were actually quite low on those. Maybe we'll be able to complete this with 0 game overs. And wouldn't that just be the specialist thing? Well, no, because I probably would have had to have beaten the other game with no game overs for that to really kind of count, but, yeah. Okay, yeah, so none of that stuff is on the map, which means that it's not actual ground. So it really does seem like literally the only way to get there is to get on this hand. So we're probably gonna be here for a little bit, folks. Because quite frankly, we're gonna have to do this eventually. And it's not like we can just get Sheila back out of the, back out of the bonus room and be like, okay, yeah, you make this jump for me. Which I think she could. But of course, they won't let you do that. There's only the one time they let us pilot Sergeant Bird in the level. And yes, I am still constantly looking at this like there's got to be a trick, right? Because I keep doing this and I keep not getting anywhere. And yeah, every time it's costing me 2 health basically to get across. There's no power-up that I've missed anywhere that I'm aware of. Well, maybe I should go and, like, re-scour the level and see if maybe I did miss something. Oh, god damn it. That was real dumb. But also, I didn't think these guys would respawn. Because this game is really odd about enemy respawns sometimes. Or maybe it's just that I got used to, after Ripto's Rage, the fact that they didn't if you hit a checkpoint. Which is kind of how it should be. Oh, right, here's the lockbox, so we can at least take this off our to-do list here. Alright, only 16 more treasure. Yeah, I assume you're... Yeah, it's basically exactly in that direction, yeah. Arm sticking out. That's like a little weird. Brain's like, is there something I can do with that? And the answer is probably no. Alright, so I've recircled the entire circle there, and I didn't see anything that we could really potentially use to get us any higher or anything. We got the lockbox, though, so we're technically closer to being done with the level. Even if that is almost like busy work at this point. Okay, yeah, we've been over here before. I just wasn't sure. Because I don't remember. It's been a minute. That was a complete disaster. Thank you, game, for not letting me on the first platform in the first place. Alright, well, I'm gonna give this like another 3 rotations, and then I'm gonna go look up a guide which is gonna tell me to do the same thing that I've been doing and failing at, and then get angry about it. Alright. It's our last shot, and then we go and consult the ancient texts. In fact, this time I'm going to try from a different angle, which is this one, and still get screwed. Let's go get the 1 point of health back at least. Alright. Now it's time to go look this up because I seriously am just at a loss now. Okay, this guide is literally just locations of the eggs. Thanks, dude. I'm so glad for that. Okay, yeah, it literally says in this guide to just do the thing that I was doing before, which is real good. I'm so glad for that. So, I'm probably going to have to find another guide in a second that'll tell me the same thing, but in an even more insulting way. I don't know why this is so, like, just like this. He's dated 90 sense of humor. Oh, Jesus, no. Oh, God. I can't wait to be called something that we now recognize to be a slur. Jesus. We almost managed to save that one with no damage, but alas, it was not to be. Which almost makes me feel like we're getting closer on this, but I don't think that's actually the case. Nice job, Spyro. I definitely pressed, and that time I pressed the wrong button, so that is actually my fault. Alright, well. Now I go look at a different guide and see if this one is better or worse in terms of explanation. And the answer is going to be worse, but I digress. Ah, yes, this one is written by Dr. Octagonopus. Yeah, okay, that's a reference that's quite dated now. About how this level makes me feel, actually, but I digress. Wait a sec. This one is saying something about where we found that lockbox. So I guess, what if I try that again? Unless it's just bad writing, which it could be. Yeah, no, it's referring to these hands, not those hands. These hands. Alright, well. Yeah, this one just straight up doesn't explain it, so great job, buddy. As again, I'm trying to read through all this, which is like, hey, it's good that it's quite wordy and explains everything, but yeah. Yeah, this is at about the same level of... So, literally, it just seems like, and I've confirmed it several times across looking at multiple different people saying it, and it's just do this bizarrely exacting jump like this. This is probably the roughest that I've dealt with in the entire series. And I say that after Treetops, which was absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is seriously the solution is just jump? And it's this fucking tight? Like, something statement that will get me into a lot of trouble if I say it. Ugh. That looked like it for a second, but it was not, as you can tell. Sheesh. If this was in, like, the second world, I would probably just fucking quit. Your ass burned by the fire. If I could do that, that would be an approach, all right. But that is a very funny thing to say. I sure did, and I know that when you say it, it actually is true as opposed to the game. And there I just walked off because I'm trying to get to, like, the absolute closest pixel. Which, regardless of how skilled you are, that's very rarely an easy thing to do. So, this time it's not entirely me playing bad. I mean, a lot of it is me playing bad, but, like, I'm trying to do a thing. So, at the very least, I'm sucking because I'm trying as opposed to because I am not, I guess. I didn't get any purchase on that either from that. It looks, by the way, the way that I'm doing this hand is extremely well sculpted. Like, to a really fucked up extent, and you can kind of see that it looks like it should be easier to get on the side that is directly opposite the fingers. Can I lead the jump at all? I can do that. That's not what you mean, but I am making I'm going to try to attempt that a little bit more because, like, yeah, if nothing else, it just means that I'm absolutely holding the stick forward to get all of my momentum from the... Yeah, I was trying to push it as much as possible. This may just come down to a matter of, like, time it better, basically. And don't do shit like that. That's just kind of embarrassing. It's because I needed a new perspective. The one where I was dead. Ugh, get up the platform! Oh, good. Now it's gone. Okay. That was real cool, game. I'm glad to see that you are interested in my success. Maybe it actually sucks that these guys broke away from Activision. I'm kidding. That might be going a little too far. Well, we got it. We just had to actually charge. I don't know if that's good timing or if the charge was the thing I was missing the whole time. Because I'm never, like, certain as to how that affects our... Oh, god damn it! We're still not done here! Oh! Well, hopefully it's in one place. I can't believe it. Ted Price spawned in 2 whole new treasures just to piss me off. Oh, I see where it is. Can I actually properly go backwards and get that? Yes. Now we're just using the... We're not even going to use the portal. We're going to do that before we lose the life. That last 2 is pretty embarrassing because that's like... I kept passing by that a lot. Jeez, that was an irritating level. That took us like an hour for one thing that I just kept screwing up in the dumbest way possible. In my defense, I really have been having a lot of issues figuring out the momentum. And I don't feel like the game wants to educate me at any point, so... Right, Haunted Towers, and I want to take a quick look at our thing here. Yeah, so there's going to be one more after Haunted Towers, right? Let me just have a quick... Yeah, Dino Mines. That's right. It's Haunted Tomb, not Haunted Towers. Oh my god. Yeah, I know, right? We got that extra 11% for beating the crap out of Moneybags, though, so I can't complain.
Yet another daredevil adventurer has come to rob our catacombs of loot. Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last guy. If you can survive the trials of our catacombs and answer my riddle, we will give you a prize befitting your efforts. Here is my riddle. I am a vessel without hinges, lock, or lid. Yet, within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
Your mother. Wait, sorry. It's... Yeah, the accents in this are a little bit sometimes. Well, some of them have been worse than others. I'll say that. But shit. Ah, yes, I love to just drown in a tomb. Because that guy was like, fire breath, what the fuck is that? Hitboxes, what the fuck are those? Oh, is this guy gonna require me to shoot his rock back at him? Can I have a camera angle that's not total dog shit, game? Can I, like, not get hit by the least accurate attack in all of Christendom, game? Yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, look, cats. Their headpieces are metal. Makes total sense to me. Ancient sweat. I mean, the heat is pretty well on in this area, so I could believe it. Well, you see, it's like the thing where you have some Asian cultures not necessarily being able to tell the difference between a lion and a dog because of the Shisa or something. And that's what happens with Arcanine. And I am just making shit up, really, so. That rock hit me from, like, an inch away. Which is funny, but I also probably deserved it, so. Alright, we'll take this guy out again, because he's, like, just right in our path. Oh, hey, there was a health doodad, like, right there. So. Oops. Oops. Oh, is it? Huh? It might not have sent some of them because I've got the chat log open in a separate window. And what it's showing on the stream preview, unless the stream preview is fucking lying to me, which would be pretty severe, but it's matched with what's been in the chat box according to the Twitch, you know, according to the browser, because I got that open as a separate thing. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. That did that even look like it made contact with me? I swear, these dudes' canes are like a mile away and they're still hitting me. I don't want to complain too much about certain things, but sometimes, yeah, no, those hitboxes just are wrong, dude. I thought the point of this was that it wasn't the 2000 version anymore. Okay, yeah, that one hit me with, like, his wrist. You know, the part where all the force goes. Actually, less of a joke than it sounds like, but... Oh, someone's a mile high there, namely the hit detection. And in particular, it's a mile high on PCP. Not so much for the rocks. The rocks are like, okay, but the stick guys... Come on. Come on! I think it's just the fact that their sticks are, like, tiny. Yeah, get your laps in while you can, but, that they're just like... Oh, God. That they're just, like, the right size for it to be really incredibly jank. This is definitely a level where everything is dangerous. Ah, yes, a haunted car. Wait, sorry, no. Oh wow, did I take another hit and then I didn't get any hits done for it? That's why are there all of these parts with the falling rocks? And I mean, okay, one of them was out of the way, but this is just literally straight in your path. This is just a health tax zone. That's cruel. What do you think this is, 1987 when you're designing these levels? Okay, at that point, you probably should have like a full heal there, not just one. Oh, I got hit with TM28. I said TM58. What the fuck? You know, just like in Pokemon Red and Blue when it was a reference. Oh, the Tombstoner. This guy is actually too far away for me to snipe from there. That's unfortunate. Come on, Spyro. Put various body parts into it, buddy. Get yourself a little bit more shooty range there. Oh, hey, an Agent 9 section. That's fun. It's laser time. Yeah. Alright, so... that was weird. Alright, Riddle Man, what do you got here?
Managed to survive the trials of the catacombs.
Are you sure about that?
Let's find out if your wits are as quick as your feet. Do you remember the riddle? I am a vessel without hinges, lock or lid. Yet within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
A bandicoot.
Have you heard that one before? I never thought you'd get it.
Anyway, yeah, it's an egg.
A bargain is a bargain. You may have the dragon egg that I was guarding from the sorceress.
Oh god, is it? Ew. The Skydrop, the worst, jankiest, glitchiest move in any of the newer Pokemon games. Anyway, I misspoke and said 58 for some reason, but yeah, I meant TM28. You know, in Blaine's gym where the guy asks if it's Tombstoner. Okay, I was concerned for a second there. I've been saying since pretty early on, is there a possibility that treasure can get, like, blocked away from you? And we got pretty close there. What's our amount of shit that we're missing look like?
The first round of the annual demolition hovercraft competition is about to begin.
Scott Toombs.
There is room for one more contestant, but you'll have to answer a riddle to qualify. The riddle is this. If one dragon can lay one egg in 12 years, how long would it take for 100 dragons to lay 100 eggs?
That kind of depends on a lot of things, buddy.
Very impressive.
But it is 12 years, I think, is the idea that they're going for. Oh, it's got controls, technically. They're incredibly slow controls, but, They are theoretically controls.
Enter the championship round. However, my, such a brave reptile.
All right, well, we got a lot of these duders to deal with here. I'd say let me at least wait until I get in the arena, but I was trying to get some free hits, so like, you know, glass houses and that. Anyway, this control's fine, except for the part where you are slower than shit. That's a little bit of an issue, but technically it controls well at the speed you're going at. Oh, for a second I thought that was Moneybags from a distance, but no, it's just a Rhinoc. It would have been funnier if it was Moneybags, at least in my opinion, but that's just because I want to hurt him some more. Yeah, I know how it sounds, but listen, it's like if you controlled it at real speed, this would be absolutely fine. Unfortunately, you literally move as fast as this. If they just changed the fundamental flaw of it, well, we wouldn't be having this conversation, then would we? A James Bond gondola speed. Oh god, that's a fucking reference and a half.
Battle for the ages.
God, wasn't that from Moonraker too?
1,000 years.
Moonraker, which is just like my favorite James Bond movie solely because it has such an Animu sounding name. That's like, that's gotta be a technique name that some, like, I don't know, some character in some shonen anime uses. Like, that's gotta be the finishing move of one of those Jujutsu Kaisen guys. I'm sure of that. I'm not sure if Jack Diddley shit actually, but we're gonna gloss over that part.
One of those dogs with the funny hats put a curse on me just because I shot him in the butt a couple times. He said he turned my tail into a snake. Does it look like a snake to you? It does feel kind of funny, come to think of it. Oh boy, that dog's gonna bang.
I mean, to be fair, that dog has definitely got a skill issue of not covering his ass.
What are those dogs?
I accidentally backed into the... Hey, you.
This door lie the 5 deadly trials of King Rover.
King Rover!
Survived all 5. In fact, it is so dangerous that I cannot let you through this first door unless you're able to solve my riddle. Here's the riddle. I follow you wherever you go. But the more of me you take, the more you leave behind.
Footsteps. It's like, wait a sec, is that time? No, and then I read footsteps. It helps if you read all of the answers as a multiple choice, you know, riddle thing. It's not a goddamn adventure game where you gotta text parse it, and even if you get it right, oops, you spelled it slightly wrong. Imagine if this game was developed by Sierra instead of Insomniac. Oh god. That's horrifying. Actually, I believe that's just The Legend of Spyro, because I'm pretty sure that was under Sierra, who at that point were owned by Vivendi, but they were using the Sierra imprint for that. And yeah, the Legend of Spyro series sure exists. Apparently. Or so I've been led to believe. I'm gonna fucking... Why do you keep saying these things? God. I just... You are a... You are really something, that's for sure. Anyway, these trials are full of an awful lot of health for being so supposedly deadly. Ow. Actually, come to think of it, I'm starting to see why. And once again, it's the stick boys who are, you know, having hit detection that's pretty classy. Alright, so the ball masters, do I pick up their... Yes. And it's just like throwing the bombs like in that one tutorial level. Easy peasy. Unfortunately, there's like a shitload of treasure left in the level, so I still have to figure out where all of that is. Because apparently Agent 9 just isn't allowed to have gems. I'm sorry, Monkey Man, we took away your rights to owning a wallet. Okay, so if it's all in the... Oh, boy. Well, gang, here we go. It's time to get a game over. Because we've got one of these slides that just controls like a dream, let me tell you what. Be this close to the end of that, sheesh. Ow. Boy, I really do love just getting hit by rocks. It's a lot of fun. Oh, are they actually in the... So, do I have to shoot the orbs at the coffins? And by orbs, I mean balls. Yes. It really would have helped if I had had any reason to suspect that earlier in the level. But the only way I would have found it out would be if I had just tried stuff, which, to be fair, I probably should, but also, like... Come on. Give me more tutorial dragons like you had in Spyro 1. Because if the content of the game is going to keep changing so much, the information should not stop. Hold the bill. What's our... Okay, Okay, so you're pointing in that direction. Is there a jar up there? There sure is. Okay, well that makes sense at least, but the rest, I don't know about that. I have no idea how I missed this other than Sparks not being able to chew gum and walk at the same time. Okay, are you pointing at this dude? Well, I can just find out. No. No, he's not. So, okay, yeah, so it's just back into the level, back into the left. Wait. Okay, so there's one there. How did I miss that one? That's weird. Oh, because it's a different patch of falling rocks. Because, yes, that's a thing with this level, is that it has 2 patches of falling rocks. Come here, you. So I gotta like brain out here where this last target is. Oh right, it's past. Yeah, okay, so it's over there. Boy, I love this. Boy, I love this. Boy, I love this. Boy, it would be great if these developers learned what iframes were. Especially because we aren't, like, you know, healthier than your average platformer protagonist or anything. Like, these falling rock sections are just real bad because the predictability is seriously just not really there, other than, hey, yeah, you're gonna get hit. Hey, I'm surprised that... Thank you, Steam, for doing that again, of hiding the window behind something else when you gave me an achievement. That really scared me in a level like this that's this goddamn dangerous. Jeez, what a rough level. At least it was kind of short. And hey, somehow we still haven't gamed over. One more regular level, and then whatever that bonus is. Okay, it's not Desert Ruins. It's the one that's further on this way or something. Dino Mines, yeah. Gamed over. Yeah! Wait. Oh, that's a very tall lizard there. Well, I guess dino, huh? Only makes sense. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, dinosaurs with guns, that's... that's kind of messed up. We got a couple of dinosaur Boothels here.
Well, gosh darn it, Spyro. I came in here to check on my prisoner only to find out he'd somehow got away again. Then when I came in to look around for clues, one of them rowdy dinosaurs went and locked me in. Now they're out there causing all sorts of trouble and there's not a thing I can do about it.
Skill issue. Sparks, why did you not want to pick up that one specific gem? Like, all the others still have magnets here, but not that one. Can you go through barriers? No. Darn. I have to actually do the rest of the level the regular way. Oh, good aim on that fucker. Whoa. Oh, by the way, they got rid of the... I do find it very funny. They got rid of the machine gun guys in... Wow, alright. Can I help you, buddy? They got rid of the machine gun dudes in Nasty's world on... in Spyro 1. But those guys... are just fine with the cannon that's a machine gun. And by they got rid of them, I mean they changed them into like having it. Wow, okay. God, if you weren't twirling your guns around for an hour, I would have been chopped liver. Damn, I just can't not get hit by these dudes unless I charge them. And even if I do, apparently if I just don't stop slightly... apparently I'm just really bad at video games, you guys. Shit. Hey, where'd the turret guy go? That's messed up. Yeah, they're doing the Ocelot level of gun twirling, that's for sure. But unlike all the Crash Bandicoot jokes, I don't think that one's on purpose. Oh god. That's a lot of TNT crates in the water. I'm feeling like if I touch those, I take damage and not set them on a timer. These enemies just are so deadly accurate. Man, they don't fuck around in the last world, huh? Just damn, this has actually been legitimately pretty tough. Okay, did that have anything in it? No. So I don't have to like try and tap them gently like I'm in one of the underwater levels in Crash Bandicoot. You see, sometimes I applaud the difficulty, but other times it's been kind of a mixed bag in terms of like, hey, this is actually just tough, and also it's well, we've seen how all of the things that aren't Spyro control in some of these areas. It's only by sheer luck that I accidentally flamed a cactus early on, so I know to do that. Oh boy, I don't know how to deal with these dudes. Other than just, like, go past them, I guess. I was gonna say, they just leave or something? No, they certainly don't seem to give a shit when I'm over here. Yeah, they just need... Oh, well, I actually hit that one. Okay. It's just that the proper hitbox for them is very small. Because... Oh, maybe it's not that small? I swear, though, I charged one of them while, like, right in the cannon before, and it didn't work. So, you know, excuse me for not knowing what I'm talking about, but I guess I just done fucked something up in such a way that it made me think that something that actually worked didn't. Wouldn't that be a first for this video game? Is that another Agent 9 level? Damn, there's a lot of that in this. Wow.
The sheriff promised me I could be a deputy, so I'm off to help clear out all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, so what, is this the third Agent 9 stage that we've played today?
Down for a second and stop all that whooping and hollering. I could tell you what's going on. The Bailey gang are holed up in them buildings over there. You're gonna have to go in there and flush them out. Well, good luck to you.
It's like a shooting gallery type of thing. Yes, I remember Mad Dog McCree. Not to be confused with any other cowboy-related McCree, who, They changed the guy's name, the McCree from Overwatch, to something else. Cole Cassidy, that's right. That's what they changed his name to. And I know this because I seen somebody on one of the Journal websites who was playing as him, and I'm just like, is this really something you want to be doing in public? Because let's remember that the IRL McCree was not just one of the guys at ActiBliz who was doing some really horrible shit. He was one of the worst. I don't know what that skill point is for. Can I take a look at that real quick, just for fun? Hit the secret dino. Well, alright. I guess I hit the secret dino. Okay.
This egg, that's not like them at all. I reckon someone must have put them up to it.
I did kind of get my ass handed to me a little bit there, but we got the egg. Can I at least get like a heal before a second challenge if there is going to be one? No. Now I gotta go and pick up the treasure with my own limbs. Because they really did not give me any healing in that whatsoever. That's pretty rude. Sergio. There we go. You found another egg. So... Okay, yeah. The only one that we get any hints for is the clear the level kind of one. Well, I think that's the whole area. I think we've done a full loop around here. If not, we'll find out. Oh yeah, there's a gem still there. So there's this window is breakable. Get that one. Okay, now we should be done with this area. And I'm sure we're gonna find out otherwise later on once we have health again or something. And of course, they can't be generous enough to have... Oh no, there's a snail over there. A hermit crab snail. A mollusk crustacean, you know. A thing that can't tell which type of creature it is.
So that's how my prisoners keep escaping. Here, take this dinosaur egg away before it hatches and causes more trouble. I think it must have been the runt of the litter, though.
Oh, the glasses.
Jump in, Jeff Posapet. That's the cutest looking dinosaur I ever did see.
That's no dinosaur. That's a space station. Wait. Can we charge these open? Probably not. Yeah, I didn't think so. The amount of I can't get into those buildings is pretty serious. Alright. We got 40 more treasure. I could see it all being in this area, depending on what this is.
Dinosaurs threw an egg down this flooded mine shaft. I'd get it back for you, but I ain't such a strong swimmer.
I see some TNT crates in it. Well, that's two kinds of mines in this shaft. This one's called shafted. Now that is absolutely a thing that like Insomniac would have known. Oh, hey buddy.
It's mighty dangerous.
Thank you. And by that I mean that's some useful advice, Harold. Harold the Barrel. Well, at least it doesn't seem to be hurting us, which is great because, like, health seems to be at a premium now. Sadly, obstacles don't, like, stay broken if we ram into things. Oh, God. Things are falling over now. Oh, boy. This feels like one of those levels in Pepsi Man, but you're underwater. God, imagine being Pepsi Man, but also underwater. Oops. Oh, jeez. I mean, yeah, I guess so. We're actually submerged in Sprite right now. Not Sprite. Pardon me. What is the Pepsi brand lemon lime drink? It used to be called Sierra Mist, but I think they've changed it. It's Starry now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. What a choice for a name. Were they afraid that Sierra Mist made people think that it sounded too much like Mountain Dew? Well, maybe at some point I'll have to, like, dig out a bottle and try it out. When I was a kid, I remember Sierra Mist being really good. But then I drank it again some years later, and this was a very long time ago. So I think this was in the days when it was called, like, Sierra Mist Twist or something, specifically. And I seem to recall that it tasted like cleaning chemicals. But I haven't had any since they changed it to Starry, as you can probably guess by the fact that I don't even remember.
Swimming, young dragon.
Pine Sol, yeah, basically. I mean, not quite like that. Pine Sol does have like a sort of woody smell, as you'd probably expect from the fact that, you know, it's supposed to smell pine fresh, supposedly. As somebody who's never been around an actual pine tree to actually smell it anyway, I just sort of associate with like the sort of lemon smell that they add to it. And that ain't a pine tree, that's lemon. Yeah. And let me tell you, you get up close to Pine Sol, that shit is strong. Like, I'm sure that none of you are surprised, but I have this weird feeling of like, wow, now that I think about it, it's affecting my, like, my sense of taste. And I'm like, God, I feel like I got a mouthful of wood bark right now. I just said wood bark. I don't know why I said wood bark, but you know what? At this point, that's hardly like the weirdest thing that I've possibly said. It's close to understandable. Come on. Not to think of dog bark. Yeah, I guess so. But you see, I would think that the phrase tree bark would make a little bit more sense, but apparently not. Okay, they want me to go in these buildings? Question mark? Is that the intent? Because I don't know how to do that then. What's our last egg? Leap of faith. Ew, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's called Leap of Faith. And it's on the last level of the game. So, are they gonna ask me to just straight up do a Donkey Kong Country kind of thing? Except with no indicator treasures. Because, yeah, I'm not liking that, friendo. Yeah, he's literally just pointing inside of that building. Okay, I see the cactus back there, but I don't 100% know how to get over there easily. Anyway, yeah, I said wood bark instead of tree bark. I don't know why I did that. What a strange thing to say. And now that's all I can think of is wood bark. Well, there it is. There's our last egg. For Dan. And this cactus is gonna have 5 gems. Yep, there we go. 15,000 gems. We have done it. We have completed the last level of the game, except for the bonus level. And I feel a little bit gross right now just because of the heat in here. Alright. I just want to see my overall game percentage. We're at 100%, so... Which is kind of wild that the one has a little extra. I guess that isn't counting the big door over wherever that I gotta find again. Curious if I'm gonna have to refight the boss or something after that. After I do that. That would be a little bit rude. Maybe it'll just be like Nasty's loot or something. We'll find out when we get there. It's the location of the rocket. Here we go. Super bonus round. Alright. What do you got for me, super bonus round? Another like 5,000 treasure or something? Do I get to beat up money bags again? Well, I enter and receive 1 treasure and it ruins my, my thing.
Hey, you finally made it, Spyro. Hunter was a little worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress, but I always knew you'd beat her. This place is where the sorceress kept all her treasure, but after she was defeated, a bunch of thieves came and stole it. If you can catch the thieves, you're more than welcome to keep the treasure. Oh, by the way, Hunter is around here somewhere. He's been tinkering with one of his new toys all day, and he wants to show it off. You should go see him.
Gotcha. And 5,000 treasure. Yeah, so it's basically kind of Nasty's Loot 2.0. Which, after how weak the ending of Ripto's Rage was in terms of its like post game, I'm grateful for. This seems like it could be pretty fun. Hopefully you like don't lose lives if you die, because I mean I could do that very easily on account of being bad at Fidgy games, but yeah. because that requires us to not quite half finish the level, a little more than that really, but what's our numbers doing? Actually quite small so far. This is gonna be long, isn't it? Plus we got all these UFOs here. Oh, I don't know how we hit that dude or where the corpse landed, but alright. Free money. Hey, you.
Hi, Spyro. Did you see Bianca? She was really worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress. It was pretty funny. She tries to play it cool, but she was scared stiff until you came back safe. I just finished fixing up an old submarine. Why don't you try taking it for a spin? Want to take my sub for a spin? Great.
A submarine, huh? Well, let's see what you got for us, buddy. Ooh, I see. It's one of these again, huh? I'm having a quick look to see if there's anything around at like ground level here. Oh.
Sure. Great.
All right, let's get back in there. Is that going to reset all of the sub guys or what? It sure does. Alright, so that's all 7 subs. Unfortunately, we can't do a Sparks ping in here, but I don't see anything else that has any treasure in it, unless this is something that can be, like, opened in some way. It's not clear enough for me to see anything in there, so I'm just gonna have to assume otherwise. Alright. Now we've got 17,333. Is that enough for the next door here? Yes, it is. All right.
Check it out. This is the world's fastest turbo snowboard course. The local champions are the Sasquatch 6, a gang of Yetis on souped-up snow discs. I bet that you could outrace the lot of them. If you win, we'll get a huge pile of treasure. If you lose, I'll have to slick down the whole course with my tongue. So, ready to race? Right on! Just don't lose, or my tongue's gonna be a popsicle.
You better get that tongue heater ready, buddy, because I had some bad news for you. This is gonna be quite the travesty. Oh, this is handling super well.
So, right up.
I'm kind of impressed by this in a way because it's like, hey, what if we made the thing from earlier in the game that was really cheesing you off while we're dropping every single frame in the known universe, but we made it handled even worse. And boy, howdy have they. Like, this handles like absolute shit. In its own way, it is kind of impressive, but also, like, I don't think that's such a good thing here. Alright, yeah, we'll take the L. I think we should probably do, like, a treasure run first, and then we can focus entirely on the actual race. Because there's a lot of treasure here, and it is spread out across the entire course, like, quite widely. I completely lost any of my my good upward momentum there. That's unfortunate. So now I'm just like, well, shit, how do I get to that area? Yeah, I'm slightly dreading actually doing the real run here, because sheesh. Alright, well, it sucks to be you, Hunter. Let's go for like an actual I need a reset because that just absolutely collapsed on itself. That was also pretty bad, but we're in an acceptable position here. Probably. At least it is until it's not. And let me just offer a quick shout out, by the way, to A, we just sort of popped off of our board there, and B, the fact that we did go through the red star, it made the noise, we didn't get a rocket. It happened again. It happened a fucking again, man. Okay, this time we actually got a rocket going through the red star. Ah, yes, the power of communism has endowed me with the ability to be bad at the video game, but from further away. We now should have all of the treasure in this area, so let's go back to actually, like, not screwing this up so badly. And hopefully not landing backwards after our flips. That would be great. Spyro, what the fuck did you just do there? Just clip the edge and then suddenly he's trying to do a sideways spin. That's messed up. That feels like sort of a physics error kind of thing a little bit. I screwed that up real badly because I was like trying to press all the buttons at once there. And that just... I need a reset because otherwise there's like no way I'm gonna win. Shitty Kong racing, jeez. I'd say that's harsh, but like the controls on this are kind of not great, and we've had some incredibly weird stuff happen to us already, so I'm pretty willing to call this not good. Like, yeah, sometimes you'll just do stuff like that and you'll clip one polygon into something. Or you'll land just slightly not upright. Or you'll bump just slightly off of, and now we're all the way in 7th. We just lost everything. We were doing really good. And the game just decided to stop giving us anything. Part of it is my own fault, but also part of it is definitely the game. You can't fail a challenge like this if the game doesn't include it in the first place, right? Well, we're out in front, so we're gonna try doing just like the safest paths we can. And, you know, God willing, maybe the game will actually let us have a little bit of boost when we do a trick. But, I don't think that's going to be such a thing because this game is really rude. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it gave us some. And then sometimes you'll just hit a tiny bump and the game will be like, well, I guess that was an ollie. An ollie on our jet snowboard. There we go. That's a pretty good refill. That should settle us for the rest of the race. Because hey, we've got a missile and we're out in front, so at the very least I'm feeling like we're safe. Even if the guy rubber bands into first place out of nowhere, we have something that we can use to fix the issue a little bit. And hey, I felt confident enough.
Like a bunch of frostbitten, flat-footed, molasses-eating, lead pants-wearing, cross-eyed.
Yeah, you relax, buddy. Are you gonna make me kill all the crabs too? That is a whole lot of shiny rocks. Game, you can use more of the like higher value treasures if you want to, game. All right, so we're at 18,000. A lot. We can go open the next door. Okay, yeah, that one's 20k. There's one that's 18.5 that I've seen earlier. I know I don't remember where offhand it is, but it's nice that we got that too. Okay, so this will be it, right? All right. Super Flight, Super Flame. So they want us to kill the UFOs, right? And they seem to be giving us quite a bit of fuel here, so I'm glad for that. As I bump the skybox. At least this is some jank I understand. It is causing so much controller vibration, by the way, when I get, like, huge payloads of treasure like that. It's pretty hilarious in its own right. And that is all of the treasure in the level. It is 100% complete. So what's behind the 20,000 treasure door? Is it just an exit portal? I suppose it is time that we go and find out. As I just kind of go, where the fuck is it? It's right there. It's right where that last 2 was. Okay. Oh, is it an extra fight here?
Spyro, but the sorceress must have survived that last battle.
Oh yeah, because we saw that in the cutscene
saving up
there.
her magic to destroy you. Your best chance at defeating her is my flying saucer. I've cast some spells to give it extra firepower and unlimited flying time. The rest is up to you. You've come this far, Spyro. I know you can beat her.
Well, you know what? Kudos to them for giving me a little bit of challenge in the final thing. I wish that it wasn't, like, so much of it was not, like, weird jank shit. Not of this variety. I mean, this is a boss fight. But the skateboard stuff, snowboard, you know, the thing that was kind of annoying. It's very strange to see that sub minigame come back. Anyway, yeah, this is a boss, so we can just tank hits. Because the bosses in this game have had this bizarre, like, downward trajectory in difficulty. Oh, hey, that one has a unique animation. That's cute. Oh, I ate the stem and everything, too. That may not necessarily be healthy. But, aw, the Babu Dragons are cute. Anyway, that is indeed the end of the Spyro Reignited trilogy. We have completed all 3 games. I think Year of the Dragon is probably the second best out of the series. The original is still the best, but they had a lot of good ideas with this. A lot of things were surprisingly better balanced than in Ripto's Rage. They provided the radar system for sparks. Some things could probably have stood to be better explained. And there were definitely some areas that looked like they were a little less tested than others, probably because Insomniac was being rushed to release this in time and everything. But yeah, overall, pretty good. This collection is quite good. It seems to be pretty faithful to the PS1 originals, is my understanding, which is a blessing and a curse because, yeah, the PS1 originals are PS1 games, and sometimes they really play like them. But otherwise, a lot of love went into this. You know, the remix soundtrack is absolutely vestigial, you know, but hey, if people need that, all right. The graphics remaster, all that stuff looks pretty good. The new voiceovers are quite solid. They even got some of the old cast. You can tell that Toys for Bob cared a lot, and hey, it's real good that they're no longer tied down to Activision. Maybe they can make a good game of their own sometime soon. And yeah, we're gonna let the rest of these credits play out. I'll be right back, and that's gonna be the end of the stream after this. Wow, damn, I was up for several minutes there, and it is still going. Amazing. A lot of people that they need to give credit to, huh? A lot of people who worked on this game, and then there's Activision. People who frankly did not really. They're just there to steal Toys for Bob's paycheck. Well, I guess I can do some like end of stream kind of announcements here and say that for anybody who is still watching, thank you all very, very much for watching, for all of the content and all of that stuff. And yeah, next week I'm gonna mostly just be doing some more casual stuff as opposed to playing through any particular game, which should hopefully give me some time to do some new graphics, because I mentioned this before that I'm changing my Twitch username to Lunarian Delia, so I want to do a little bit of like minor graphical updates and stuff to fit for that. And it's like, you might be thinking there's not that much that needs to be done. I could knock that out in a weekend, and I probably could. But, you know, just to be sure, I'll pad it out a week. And maybe we'll have new emotes. That might be a possibility. I'm not saying it's likely, but I will see if I can try to make something a little bit better, and, you know, maybe something a little bit more of an on-brand or something, or put together something that resembles a brand or a cohesive aesthetic. We will see how all of that goes. Thank you all to everybody who has subbed to me for stupidly long amounts of time. I'm not completely unserious. Let me try to word that better. I am completely serious, rather, about that 100 subs and I'll do Omicron thing. If I get 100 sub points continuously, I will do that, and I will hate every second of it. But until then, yeah. Also, I suppose, because we've got to be getting close to the end of the credits here, shoutouts to Stuart Copeland, who did the original music for this trilogy. Excellent musician, excellent composer. These soundtracks are kind of like one of a kind. Well, maybe three of a kind, really, because there's three of them. Her. Truly a singular thing in like video game music in this period, at least to me. And yeah, Stuart Copeland, drummer for The Police, and they had quite a few radio hits, but believe it or not, they're also actually a pretty good band. Ghost in the Machine is a pretty good album. I actually went to go look for my tape copy of that, because I believe I have a cassette copy of Ghost in the Machine somewhere. It's, like I said, it's a pretty good album. And really, in terms of being like the choice for me, that's right inside of my brand of being like just a little bit off of the popular opinion, but only just. Because I can't be like, oh yeah, that's the secret obscure, the nerd pick, right? Because that's the one that all the people who are pretending to be hipsters would be into. Good lord, how many random people from Activision and from publishing companies who didn't do real work on the actual game do we have to sit here and just read these names off of? But we are going to let all of them be listed out. Again, just to round things out. Partially, I suppose there's like an exhalation here, a bit of a sense of relief on some level of being done. Not that I didn't enjoy my time with this. I did. But also, good gracious, it took longer than it should have. Part of that is because I had that, like, week and a half break there where my sleep schedule was all fucked up. But also the other part of it is like, hey, yeah, playing 3 games from the same series in a row. There's a reason why I don't do that so much anymore. You'll notice I haven't played a Battle Network in a minute. I probably should get back to BN5 at some point. Battle Network, Mega Man Battle Network 5 is going to be an interesting one when I actually get to it, because the 2 versions are actually different enough in story that I feel like there's a real reason to play both of them. Something that isn't true of any of the other games in the series. So there is a possibility that I will, like, play both of them. Because it would be a little bit hard to be like, hey, yeah, here's the cutscenes from the other version, but we're skipping over as much of the gameplay as possible, unless I just record it separately, which I suppose I could do that, and we could have a movie night at one point, I guess. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Battle Network 6 will not have that issue, though, so that'll be nice at least. Ah, yes, quality assurance. The part of any of these companies that gets the least concern, but at least their names make it to the credits. And I do actually believe that there was some QA involved with this game because, yeah, it's actually kind of good. Jeez, oh man. There's Tom Kenny again. Hey, Xander Mobus, I know that name. I'm looking through to see if I know any of the others. The answer is not really. Oh, Matt Mercer, I know who Matt Mercer is. Fred Tatasciore. Roger Craig Smith! If that's the guy that I'm thinking of. No, I don't think it is. Nah, you know what? Google time. Take it away, my phone. Oh, hey, look, there's the dev team. All right, no, Roger Craig Smith is not the guy I was thinking of, but Roger Craig Smith is the guy who voices Sonic now, so that's kind of interesting. I was thinking of the guy who... Oh god, his name is Michael Goh. I was thinking of the guy who voices Dan Smith and that guy from Diablo whose name I don't remember. Which, you know, it's an Activiz property. That's probably for the better.